Hey, it's Steve Barcelo, Cryptozoology Paranormal Museum. I know you haven't seen a lot of videos from me lately. I've been very busy with a lot of personal stuff, festivals, events at the museum. As you can see, it's raining again. The weather hasn't been a great factor. Working on the museum. So I'm going to be getting on the road as much as I can, especially this next week, although I do have a doctor's appointment one day. Get someone to watch the museum for me, see what I can get done. Plus, I want to get out, of course, out at the park, Medoc Mountain, do some Bigfooting. April 14th, Johnny had a sighting. A creature crossed in front of him as he was driving. Actually, he was leaving me. We were setting up tables for the festival at Lakeland Theater, Lakeland Cultural Arts Center. The event was very successful, went well. As he left, I went down there to check on some of his equipment. That's when he was driving out, leaving the park, and this thing moved. It was his first sighting. We opted not to talk about it at the festival. We thought that would look suspect at best. So we just decided we'll talk about it after. We actually ended up going to the park after the festival. I apologize for the wiper noise and stuff, but I've got to use it just to see where I'm going. We took MetaZoo was there. Texas Ted came out. We took Texas Ted out to the park with us. He's never been Bigfooting, let alone using thermal cameras and stuff. And we actually found prints. And I won't be to edit anything on there. This is just off the phone, but I'll stick a couple in somewhere. That was pretty cool. I mean, it was a kind of day like this. The trails are flooded and wet, and the camera's falling over here. Hang on a second. There we go. I'm just driving through Littleton here. What I'm going to do is take you guys past the museum, then I'm going to head out to one of my destinations, do a little shopping before I open the museum today. Today's a Sunday. Hence all the churches I'm passing here. So it's been pretty crazy. The activity's still been high. We really want to get out there. Obviously, as I'm saying, the weather hasn't been helping a hell of a lot. But it should make for finding prints a little bit easier. I'm trying to think what else I got to bring you guys up to speed on. Obviously it's been an issue as far as just getting things, me doing videos. I've had very few up. I just haven't had the time. I've got a bunch of stuff I need to, I've shot some stuff and had to edit. The last video I put up, I was down south of the border for a couple of days and did another story on the hitchhiker that disappears on Route 103 down in Dillon there. I hope you guys can see the museum. We're coming up on the mural here. Yeah, it's a wet, miserable day. I had a puppy staying with me at the museum for a little bit. I guess you call it almost a museum dog, but I found him a forever home, which it's bittersweet. You guys can see the museum mural. I'm just it's a good day to do it. Nobody's around. I'll pull him to the parking lot. This is our parking lot over here. And, but he's got a good home. Actually, I'm going to reach out to the people who got him. You can see the mural. Is that pretty cool? That's a back entrance to the museum. But anyway, see a lot of waters. I'm probably not going to get on the road today because it's Sunday. I'm hoping we had a pretty good crowd yesterday. I'm hoping we can match it, even part of it today. Monday, like I said, I've got a doctor's appointment, so I'm probably going to see if I can get someone to run the museum for me Monday, maybe Tuesday. If I can get on the road for those 2 days, do a little something. This is good to get out of town every once in a while. My plan is to get back up to the mountains. Boy, things are bouncing all over here. Potholes. This is one of the roads that didn't get paved. Didn't matter. The roads that we did get paved, people complained about. So that's when I was a commissioner and the mayor. It was the worst freaking job I've had in my life. This is one of the roads we paved. Right after we did it, we had a water main break. Nothing kills you more than having to tear up a road you just fixed. We have a new restaurant in town, St. Lucas. It's the old Littleton Food and Spirits. It's now a Mexican restaurant. Really good food. I mean, they're new. They're still trying to get all the logistics worked out. And getting the food coming out quicker. They still don't have their liquor license. Hopefully they'll have it by this coming weekend, which is Memorial Day coming up. We're trying to help them with that a little bit. But I'll show you that building while I'm heading up to the food line and stuff of that sort. Bouncy today. Everything's kind of... Really, the guys that run it are a good bunch of guys. You can see it's the same old building, just a new name. We're trying to get them to do a Bigfoot burrito, and they're pretty psyched about it. So I think the plan is to do a Bigfoot burrito challenge. It's going to be a large, talking to the two owners, they talk about this huge, humongous thing, and they got to figure out what the price would be. And you have to X amount of time to eat it, and if you eat it, you get it for free. And it'd be big enough where like 2 or 3 people could buy it and share it. So it'd be just a fun thing to do. Always looking to do something to promote. This road's very bumpy since they did these patches here. This is not us, this is the state road. Gotta hold the damn thing the camera's mounted to. The phone's mounted to, I should say. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Once we get past this, it shouldn't be as bad. There we go. So yeah, I'm excited to get back on the road. Had some friends stop by yesterday. Some of the women that went out bigfooting with us, they came by. Actually, one of them came in a little bit early. The other, her and her boyfriend. The other one's a little late showing up. So they came to the museum, but I got to go to take one of them to the Mexican restaurant. They could partake in some of the food there. One of the things we're planning on doing is, with the back room now open, which I'm working on today, I'm thinking I'm going to put another coat of paint on the floor. Got lighting and stuff back there. So we have a room we can use for keynote speakers, book authors, things like that. We had a bunch of psychic sensitives come in and do some ghost hunting and put people under and past life experiences and things of that sort. So we can have people come in and kind of rent it out, or obviously we'll use it for things. I'm going to do MetaZoo competitions back there. But one of the things we've been discussing doing is having just an open forum where people can come in and listen to us talk about Bigfooting, how to use the equipment, the do's and don'ts, and what we found that works. And nothing's a science. You got to remember, we're all learning as we go. The farther you go down the rabbit hole, the more questions you have. But do that, and then whoever wants gives makes work out some kind of a donation or something, and we'll take you down to the park and go out and do some Bigfooting. So I'll announce that. Hopefully we can get that going within the next week or so. Just trying to get a few things done in the museum just to make life easier. But that's about it. We're just trying to get things, back in gear, and it's been slow, and a lot of that's kind of been on me. I got so much crap going on. I'm just trying to deal with my own personal shit, and that's been kind of a hassle. I'm trying to think what else. I want to get back up in the mountains. It's something I've been trying to do for a while. We're driving the Durango right now, and I got this running pretty good. I got this in the Expedition, and the Durango's had this weird spark issue with the coil packs, and I'm starting to think it's not always the coil packs. It might be something else going on, and I'll be driving. Like I was just down to south of the border, drove down, it was fine. On the way back, about halfway, I got stuck in traffic too, bad accident, and all of a sudden it started running rough. Cylinder number 8, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I've been watching lots of YouTube videos, picking people's brains for stuff. I don't know if I have a bad wire, or who knows. It's just a pain in the ass. I mean, otherwise, the vehicle's running good. Put some new tires on the back, and just, had the exhaust fixed. We had a brake on that. Just trying to keep them going. I mean, I got 2 beaters I'm basically living off. Right now is not the time to buy anything. It's just prices are ridiculous. The museum itself's been a little sluggish. Like yesterday was a decent day, not a great day, but I'm assuming Memorial Day will be the kickoff point when things really start to happen. There's a nice little windy road here, back roads. This is taking me up to Lake Gaston, where there's a nice dollar store and a food line I'm going to hit, grab a few items there. Basically today I'm going to bring my bag in and pack it. This way I'm all ready to go. I'll have nice clean clothes, and all the basics I need. This way, when I can say I can hit the road, I got someone working, just go. And as much as I missed the dog, and I did take him to south of the border with me, and he spent 3 days in the hotel with me, and he was great. I ended up calling him Yeti. He had huge paws. He was a big walker hound, and good boy. And it's not having it makes my life a little easier because I'm not stuck just going to places that are dog friendly. And because he's such a monster, it's not like I can put him in a cage or anything in the hotel, because he's literally just a massive dog. I have nothing that can be fair for me to put him in. He'd be so miserable. I would come back to the hotel room up in or down in south of the border, and he just took over the second bed there, and that was his. But we became buddies there. I tell you, we were roommates for a while. He was cute. Whenever he had to go out, he'd go woof woof, let me know. And he'd go up and stick his nose around the doorknob, like, you got to turn this thing, buddy. You got to turn this. This is how we get out of the room. And he was very good at finding kibble. He knew how to find his treats and stuff. Poor guy had like no teeth, very few. He only had one canine. He had a rough life, one foggy eye. So hopefully now he's in doggy heaven land there with the other dogs he's staying with. He's got a yard that's fenced in. So, but he's a pest though. He'd be happy to get up all hours of the night to walk him. And he was a pooping and peeing machine. Holy jeez. I think I was definitely overfeeding him, compensating for the fact that he was starving when I got him here. Beanbag tripod holder, camera holder is really not staying where it should today. It's just too bumpy. Usually I don't have much problems with these things. These roads are just so shitty here. Anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys. I'm going to hopefully get a lot more videos up. This is obviously just one of my cruising videos, the kind of ones I usually do when I'm going from point A to point B. And so I just wanted to get something up. I'll be seeing you guys soon. You guys have any ideas of places you'd like to see me go, let me know. I definitely want to go on. I've been kind of itching to go back to Gettysburg, although like south of the border in Gettysburg I kind of overdo all the time, but the places I just like. And but I like to look for something different, try and mix it up. And I don't care if it's ufology, paranormal, cryptozoology. I'm willing to do anything. Actually, I wouldn't mind doing something totally different. But another place I haven't been, I was talking to some folks that came in from Colorado, and I just haven't been that way. I mean, I've never been past Texas. So that would be a trip I would like to do. But I'd have to have, someone to manage the museum for like a week for me, or at least 5-6 days. And be organized, have the museum stocked enough so we can go. Then I wouldn't mind hitting the road. Doing a real trip. And at that point, maybe I'll do some boondogging, get this thing cleaned out enough where I can actually crash in the back and really rough it. And which I haven't done yet. I've done it camping. I've gone down to Medoc a couple of times, had a tent set up, and just opted not to stay in the tent, instead sleep in the vehicle, because it was just more comfortable being off the ground, or even just sleeping in the seat. Just the older I get, the less I want to sleep on the ground, and the sleeping bag just doesn't cut it. But anyway, folks, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully get a couple more videos up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I haven't done anything in MetaZoo for a while either. I'm going to try to get something with that up. I've got some native I can open up, but I've been and I got some of the 30th anniversary, which is kind of their practical joke packs. I could always open one of those. We do have MetaZoo for sale at the museum. Those of you looking, we're on their store finder list. Come on, bird, out of the road. And I have some very unique stuff, because I've been with MetaZoo from literally the very beginning, right from the Kickstarter. And if I can get a fair price, a good price on things, I'm not going to sell stuff cheap, but I have some very, very rare things. I'll consider, if the price is right, letting go. I'm going to keep a lot of things, because I want to keep stuff, because I know the stuff's going to start cranking up. MetaZoo's is getting bigger and bigger, and it's, the stuff they're doing. They're considering the economy in the market. I apologize, things shaking so bad as these roads. It's been kind of crappy. Gas prices are crazy. Yesterday I gassed up in Roanoke Rapids, which is 16 miles east of Littleton, and I paid $3.14 for gas. Littleton's charging us $3.39. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason why the prices are so insane and so different within, just miles of each other. I'm up here. You can see I'm coming up by Lake Gaston here. We're 7 miles from Lake Gaston, 8 miles from the Virginia border, and literally just the other side of the lake is Virginia. So, if you guys look over there, you're looking at Virginia. So, but anyway, I just tilted this thing again. Ferry Road we're going across now. And on the other side is still North Carolina, but not for long. I'm kind of debating now if I should just actually drive up to Virginia and do my shopping up there. But maybe I will. Take a little bit of a road trip. You can see some fishermen down here. It's a gorgeous area here, it really is. It's kind of one of those hidden secrets. I moved down here from New York. You guys know my background. I was a journalist, New York Daily News, Escaping New York and all that. Somehow found Littleton. Wasn't looking to run a museum or be doing paranormal investigations or anything like that, but you never know where life's going to take you. And that's where how I end up down here, but it's been crazy. Let me just get you up around the corner here. I'm going to pull into Food Line, so I can judge Food Line because this is the resort sort of area where all people come to vacation, and I can kind of get a feel when the summer's really kind of booming and we get more people. Because if they're traveling here, they're traveling other places. And if I see Food Line packed, today's a Sunday where people are picking up, oh, there's a dog on the side of the road, a hunting dog. What a shame. More hunting dogs get lost. And that one's dead, unfortunately, got hit. But basically I can tell that, because like I said, we've been sluggish. It's hit and miss. Weekends have been okay, but not great. Nowhere near what they used to be. During the week, it's been really, really pretty slow. So, but I still don't want to shut down. I don't want to be closed. I don't want to be one of those businesses that just, close Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and just, any place like that. If you just go by a couple of times and they're closed, you just start to think like, well, they're never open. Actually, what I'd rather do is to start to expand the hours in a museum, which we're doing now. We usually go 1 to 5. We're trying to do 1 to 6 on the weekend, so I'll be a bit extra late now. Come on, son. There we go. I'm going to pull into the Food Line parking lot. I think we're going to go to a totally different Food Line. See, this thing's shaking so bad, it's rotating this thing around. The suspension on this Durango is pretty stiff, and still these roads are just a mess. Yeah, it's empty. Wait till you see this parking lot. This should be packed, and it's not a big parking lot. If you guys are used to being up north or someplace, you know what it's like to have a huge mall parking lot. Look at this. There's like nobody here. It's an empty parking lot. I mean, these are all employees on the side, so there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars in this parking lot. Is that nuts? I'm just going to park here and then end the video and then get my destination going. There's Food Line. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We love you.